Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
13 yards on the game's opening play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The former Cardinal Hassan Reddick in on the tackle.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Yetur Gross-Matos.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
McCaffrey.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
7 yards to pick up there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Darnold. He's got a man. It's his fullback. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, and this will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Off of play action, Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. On 4th down, Darnold. Touchdown! Tommy Tremble with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job.
Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Darnold.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Hurts. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return, and an Eagle touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll be out of bounds. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time.
But now it's 3rd and goal. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Faking the give, Darnold. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Darnold finding Anderson here. Touchdown, Panthers. Ronnie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Corey Willis.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise,
touchdown! DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
it's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. It's caught by Sanders. Sanders, a 1st down, still going. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Darnold completes it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. This is McCaffrey on the give. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 22, Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Darnold now to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the shotgun. Here's Darnold. Checks this down to Hubbard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Darnold to throw again. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. David Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Trucks over him. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you get to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 27, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Moore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Hurts. Finding Watkins, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's got Rager, and some space here, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down now, it's Sanders. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away. Hurts fumbles it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager, and that is incomplete. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Play action. Here's Hurts. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He finds his man, complete. It's Sanders. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A big offensive explosion.